We're going to have the countdown coming. There goes the countdown. It's going to be Zerg versus Protoss. Silent Control grabbing the teal. Gur grabbing the blue. Gur grabbing the lower right starting location. This is going to be tough for Gur to win now. They are on opposite sides of the map. And as you know, Terrans do very well in the mid to late portions of the game. They're going to be able to set themselves up with a very nice defense. Gur going to try and scan for his opponent and try and do some scouting here. I know he's hoping for a close starting location, but it's not happening. Skegus, aka Silent Control, aka Doyana, grabbing the 11 o'clock position here on Martian Cross. Gur grabbing the 5 o'clock position, starting the farthest location possible. First supply depot going up. Looks like Silent Control is trying to set up a choke point nonetheless, regardless of where his opponent's starting. Not a bad idea at all. Gur now scouting out with a probe, trying to find his opponent. Looking right now, he's going to not find him off the first starting location, but maybe the second. Gateway going up right now for Gur. We've got the barracks going up right now for Silent Control. Choke point's easily blocked off by the Terrans, but I think the Protoss have a very nice rush that they are capable of. I have a feeling we're going to see a lot of factories coming out from Silent Control, and very popular building, probably the most popular in Brood War for creating units. The rack's almost completed right now for Silent Control, as Gur runs his probe into the SCV, creating the racks, going after it a little bit, trying to attack it. Possibly get off a kill while Silent Control's not paying attention. Cybernetics core going up right now for Gur, trying to get out some Dragoons. Now that he's seen the starting location of his opponent, he's probably not too happy. Now here comes the SCV of Silent Control, trying to create himself a factory. Not going to be using any medic marines here in this situation. Not a bad idea there. We want to stick with the factory and the wonderful units that can create vultures and siege tanks, and even Goliaths, also being great units to drop. Taking a look right now at Gur's main base, we've got an SCV scouting here for Silent Control. Just keeping an eye on what's going on inside Gur's main base. And here we go. Looks like we've got SCV here for Silent Control, trying to follow the probe of Gur. And we've got a machine shop going now, right now, next to the factory of Silent Control. Here comes from Dragoon. The first Dragoon here for Gur. Silent Control trying to get his SCV away, but the Dragoon will have no problem killing it off. Rack's being lifted up to admit yet another SCV for Silent Control as he gets another supply depot going. And it's looking like some Dragoons coming down for Gur, positioning themselves to possibly do a little offense here against Silent Control. Gur just trying to crank out the Dragoons at the moment. Saw a very good Protoss versus Protoss match the other day here. Portugal versus Italy. I believe it was Cafone versus TC Carls. Some excellent Dragoon and Reaver micro from both of those players. We've got a Terran Command Center going down right now for Silent Control. Looks like he's going to try and get himself an expansion probe on the way over to scout the main base again of Silent Control. Gur trying to keep an eye on things. He's got two Dragoons ready inside the middle of the map right now. As as he does a little bit of scouting, trying to keep an eye on any expansions here for Silent Control. Just the one outside. Here comes the first siege tank right now for Silent Control, just positioned behind the supply depot that he set up. Probably going to be moved into siege mode soon to guard that choke point against any possible Dragoons and their nice range. Silent Control looks like he's going to be getting that expansion moving soon. He's got another SCV on the prowl, looking for any expansions by Gur. Got a siege tank down in position here at an expansion for Silent Control. Just deployed into siege mode, killing off the probe of Gur, as we've got ourselves a Terran command center being floated down. First missile turret going down right now for Silent Control as he tries to get himself a very nice base defense set up. Gur now finding an SCV. He's got his choke point blocked off with 4 Dragoons. Oddly enough, not staying very offensive as he's trying to crank out some Zealots. We've got a 3rd gateway right now for Gur. Also a Protoss pylon going up now as well. He's got the Citadel of Adun going. More and more Zealots coming out of the gateways for Gur. Trying to make some kind of a force here to push in on Silent Control. Gur making his way up to the upper left portion of the map. Looks like he's going to try a little bit of a push here on Silent Control. Running his units up to that upper left portion of the map. Here comes Gur. Gur with several Dragoons and Zealots. Might be trying to make a good push here on Silent Control. Silent Control setting up his main base still. He's got a couple siege tanks over there. He's left his expansion fairly open here. It looks like Gur going to take advantage of that very soon. Gur making his way over to that expansion right now. He's got 2 Dragoons coming from the right and a couple Zealots as well, along with some more forces coming from the left. Now it looks like Silent Control seeing the attack here on his main base. Here comes Gur. Gur going in towards the main base, going after the missile turret, trying to kill it off. There it goes. Missile turret easily killed. Some SCVs biting the dust here for Silent Control. He's got some bad positioning going. And now here comes Gur. Very good positioning as he's going after the expansion and the main base at the same time. Silent Control doesn't really know what to do as he's trying to float his Terran command center up off the ground, trying to save it. And now Gur coming in, trying to reinforce the Zealots as they are inside the main base. Silent Control repositioning his siege tanks right now, not deploying them in siege mode, as some SCVs killing off the Dragoons. And here come the siege tanks. Siege tanks being deployed into siege mode, and Gur now losing several of his forces. He's going to regroup here just outside the main base of Silent Control. Zealots coming in right now for Gur from his main base, making their way up to the upper left portion of the map as he tries to get himself an expansion going. Here comes some vultures as well from Silent Control. Silent Control trying to deploy some probable spider mines. Here come the Zealots of Gur. Gur going after the vulture, kills it off, going after the siege tank now as Silent Control trying to bring over some SCVs, trying to keep his siege tanks alive. He's got some SCVs repairing the siege tanks, keeping them alive for a long time, but they go down anyway. Siege tanks for Silent Control taking a serious beating as Gur making a very good push here on Silent Control's main base. SCVs now running after the Dragoons of Gur. Gur coming in with more Zealots, keeping the pressure on Silent Control. Silent Control with about 10 SCVs now going after the Zealots of Gur. Gur is going after those SCVs very hard, though, with those Zealots, and it looks like they will easily kill off those SCVs as he tries to get himself another Nexus at an expansion. We do have the Templar Archives going up now for Gur. Possibly going to see some High Templar soon and some Archons. Silent Control in a lot of trouble right now. Looks like a factory about to go down here for Silent Control. Uh-oh, this is not looking good for Silent Control. Gur now with the very nice push here. He's just done an excellent job running after some of the vultures here of Silent Control. Silent Control not looking too happy as he's getting his main base pelted on by several of the units of Gur. Gur now still going after the SCVs of Silent Control. Silent Control with not too much of an economy. He's got his other expansion lifted up, so he cannot really get too many minerals that way. As now Gur bringing in more Dragoons and Zealots. Silent Control going to lose another expansion here if he's not careful. Silent Control saying GG, good game. Gur returning the favor. Gur coming back to win the 3rd place here at the 2003 Samsung World Cyber Games. Excellent job here by Gur, grabbing the win over Silent Control. Gur grabbing third place and the bronze medal here at the World Cyber Games. He did not win the finals. He's not in second place, but he did a great job.